Horrific Visions has just made its way to live servers, and we're going to show you how to go ahead and start this. So first you can pick up the quest in Dornogal. It's located at the bottom left over here by this area of the map, so make your way to this part. You'll then pick up the quest line over here, which is going to begin with you grabbing balls that are falling from the sky. It will then lead you to going through to the portal, which is going to start a scenario which sends you to the visions of Stormwind. Each week this will swap between Stormwind and Orgrimmar, and you'll see here an image of Wrathion is going to be standing over here that you have to speak to basically get two things. You either start the vision or you can view the map of the vision. Now the way this works is that you start at the Stormwind Cathedral where Ilaria is located, and if you defeat her, the vision ends. So first you actually want to go to the next up difficulty areas, the Dwarven District, which is the same difficulty as the Trade District, which are both accessible from the Cathedral area. And then you have two harder zones, the Old Town District over here, which is going to have a higher sanity debuff, as well as the Mage Quarter, which are pretty much the same. So the darker the purple gets, the harder the zone essentially is. Now in the vision, if you die, the vision ends. You also have a sanity bar that is in the middle of your screen over here, and when that yellow runs out, you basically go insane and the vision also ends. So you have a timer in the sense of you have to complete objectives before the yellow bar finishes. The very first time you're doing this, I highly recommend going straight for Ilaria in the Cathedral in the first zone. You'll have to defeat the two guards at the door. This will open up the door and you'll head inside, fight and defeat Ilaria. You will always be ending every single run with defeating Ilaria at the end, and you'll get to this room here that has a chest in front of each of the bosses that you defeated for that run. You'll be collecting a new currency called Displaced Corrupted Mementos for each boss that you defeat and each chest that you open. Now after you finish that tutorial run after defeating Ilaria for the first time, you will unlock the Talent Tree questline from this Dragonkind dude by the Hourglass on the right hand side. Speak to him, use his Obtain Echo of N'Zoth, speak to the Hourglass, view the vision upgrades, and when you select this first one, it really unlocks the visions for you because it gives you a special feature within the visions that allows you to recharge your sanity with 3 different charges. So 3 times when your sanity is low, you press this button and you stand around the orb as it recharges you to get your sanity back so that you can continue the run, because obviously it increases your time that you get to spend in here to defeat all the bosses. Now for this week only, you're only able to unlock the first row of talent points over here. So these 3, the 2 on the right are really good, but honestly you'll get them within the first 20 minutes. And you'll also get a quest that allows you to unlock a enchant for your helmet to increase your damage output in various different ways. The next time you go into the instance over here, the scenario, you'll see there is a quest for you from Timely Assistance. This gives you a champion that can either tank for you, heal you, or deal extra damage, but you should know this is going to increase the damage and the health of the enemies that you fight. So I would actually just recommend finishing the quest, just accept a role, click on the altar, and you can say I do not require assistance, and you can always add it back if you want it in the future. This is because I'm perfectly capable of soloing this myself without actually having to make them stronger unnecessarily. Now the objective you need to do in the Dwarven District starts just outside of it. You have to defeat the 3 brainwashed gnomes, very accessible right across the bridge from the main starting zone. You go in, click the red portal that opens it up, and you'll see that you have to plant 8 explosives. It's marked on your mini-map. You just go to the locations, defeat enemies in between, plant a bomb at all of these different spots. Once you have all 8, you'll see that a gnome will appear with the detonator. You do the detonator. This does a little cutscene kind of thing where the boss jumps down. You have to defeat the boss, and that is how you complete the Dwarven District. For the objective of Old Town, you're going to go to this location, or at least this is the location I went to, defeating enemies along the way. Eventually, Valeria will pretty much like just show up and you'll rendezvous with her, and you'll just continue killing enemies heading along this pathway that you're going to go to a big baddie that's at the end over here located this part. He's going to be one of 2 enemies that has a key. So you're going to kill this enemy and you're going to get 1 key, right? So after you defeat him and the enemies around here, you're going to go to this location to defeat another enemy with the 2nd key. You'll have to backtrack around the way that you came, going all the way to the enemy that's this side to defeat them for the key. Then make your way back here and you can go ahead and use the keys. Now you won't interact with the gates directly. You're going to press these like orbs that are on fire on the sides. Once you do that with the NPC with you, it's going to unlock the gates, and then you'll go ahead and defeat the boss inside. Once you've done this, you have defeated the Old Town area and you can now leave to the next zone. The objective for the trade district is going to take you to this location over here within the district. You'll fight the Inquisitor at the spot and you're going to defeat them, which will unlock your secondary or your next objective, I guess, in the queue of things that you need to do. This is going to take you down to the middle over here, make your way to this part. There's a bunch of enemies along the way. I do recommend probably fighting them in smaller groups. I kind of got stunned doing all of this here, but I managed to get out all right. I ended up losing a lot of sanity for no reason. Once you've defeated that enemy, you'll see there are 8 cages that you need to unlock to free the captives. Go around the area looking for these. You'll see they're marked as little gold icons on your minimap. Once you've done that, you've actually completed the trade district. And then lastly, the objective for the Mage Quarter is quite simple, but is the most chaotic because you have to face so many enemies and so much BS all around, these corruption tendrils everywhere. Essentially, you have to start this by closing 5 portals. By defeating the enemies that are by the portals, you will have to navigate the area, trying to locate these portals by using your minimap and finding the bosses around them. Defeat them so that you can pretty much close the portals by there no being enemies around it. So once you have cleared all 5 portals and defeated the enemies, you will now be able to go up to the Mage Tower. So go to the central zone with the spiral staircase and kind of just follow it up there and make your way into the main room, where you'll go ahead and battle the dude over here. So go ahead, defeat him. Once you've defeated him, like all the bosses in all the zones, a portal will appear to the cathedral, the starting zone. So at any time you want to end your run, click the portal after you defeat the boss, brings you back here. Defeat the enemies at the guard. Since we've done all of the zones right now, ideally you want to do a run where you can do all of the things in one go and pretty much finish Ilaria before you run out of sanity and before you die. And that will allow you to actually successfully get a chest for every, boss that you defeated. This will also be how you get black blood residue for defeating each of the single areas, zones, once at a time. Ilaria doesn't count, though she will give you an item and a mask when you start doing this successfully. Now, once you've collected your first mask, you're going to have to enter the beginning of the scenario, and you'll see there's like these chairs all around over here. These are locations where you can collect and place your masks. Now, what a mask does is essentially it adds an affix to make bosses either harder or sanity drain a lot faster. Essentially, it's like a big debuff, but it increases the rewards you get. There's also achievements tied to it for, various things, making it more difficult and getting some good stuff out of it. You also have to have a mask on for a lot of the secret hidden mounts that you can collect through here. This is what the mask looks like, and this is what this one does. In my case, I collected, I guess it's like a random one. I'm not sure if everybody gets the same one, but this is the one I have right now, and you see it's like a pretty much big debuff, but I do get extra corrupted mementos for doing this. And now when you enter a vision, things will be a little bit more difficult. So I tested this out going to go fight Ilaria, and she has pretty much a lot more health than she did the first time I fought her. So that was like a reasonable increase, but she wasn't that much more difficult. It's still doable, but I'm also got a decent eye level, I guess. Once you've completed the quests, on the outside, you can speak to the Dragonkind dude to get the different enchants for your helmets if you want to change the enchant you're using or test them out. There's also these vendors on the left-hand side that allow you to purchase gear. There's champion gear here at 2 out of 8, and you can either get it for the transmogs or whatnot. There's also some other 632 items over here that you can unlock and immediately use. And the final vendor on the far left-hand side has items that go up to heroic difficulty, but I think are tied behind different kind of difficulties of using masks within the instances. There's also this final NPC over here in the middle, just to the left of the portal, who actually has some mounts and some pets. So this is a mount that you can buy for 40,000 corrupted mementos. Looks pretty cool. There's also this pet over here. I like the pet. Looks pretty sick. There's another flying mount that you can get, this one over here. And then you'll see the rest are a bunch of like cape and back pieces. So these are like 2 bags, and then the rest are different cape variants. I think some of these are from the previous time Heroic Visions was in the game years ago. So if any of these or transmogs or something you want, that's where you're going to go ahead and get them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.